Hey fellow target individuals, it's VW again, just making a short video. There's one thing that I really should have told everybody right at the beginning, because it's something that's worked so good for me the whole time, and I didn't tell y'all. I forgot about it, I guess, because it's so just something that I do all the time. But there's this stuff for the EMF emitters for the high pitch sound. It's ring relief, and you can get it in a pill form, or you can get it in the eardrops. I tried the eardrops, but I found that taking this was a lot better, because what that stuff does, the EMF emitters act as a kind of like an artificial tinnitus. So it activates the little hairs inside your ear canals, and this stuff has medicine to just calm those down. So it basically knocks out that artificial tinnitus. You take like 3 in the morning, like 2 in the middle of the day, maybe 1 at night or 2 at night, and it really knocks it out. So I just wanted to make a short video telling you about this. It's actually called Ring Relief. It's a homeopathic method, but you can get it at Walgreens. I'm sure you can get it at CVS. Also, just wanted to check in with you guys. I've been doing a class all week, and they've been hitting me, at my house. It's not too good though, because I've got all the aluminum paint, so they've been kind of trying to shoot at me. And I guess he stays up all night doing it, but I've been getting good sleep, and they'll try and hit me at my class, which I'll notice people around me kind of rubbing their temples and stuff like that. So this radiation that they're hitting me with is like a field around me, and it's like hitting all other people, and they're probably not even as defended as well as me. That kind of brought me to a point. I haven't talked to my murderers, my rapists, in like 2 days. Like, I haven't talked to them because I want to talk to y'all. But I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, these guys, their strength is their anonymity. Like, that they're pseudo people doing pseudo actions that really aren't even actions, and they want a whole reaction from you. They want you to get out of wherever you are, or get caught by the police, or go to a mental institution. They want full-blown reactions from you, while they half-ass pseudo actions in the shadows. And see, that's what they think their strength is. This guy thinks his strength is hitting me from his house behind his wall, so I can't do anything about it. But I was thinking, we need to turn that around in the minds of target individuals. We need to make that anonymity be their weakness, because they can't come over to your house. They have no right to get you out of your house. They have no right to hurt you. They have no law or authorization to do anything they're doing. What they're doing is so illegal and cowardly and shitty and satanic. And they think that their strength is to hide in the shadows. But I think as target individuals, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I'm going to start using this, because if you can defend against their little beams, and you can defend against their poisons, and get yourself set up, they can't do shit. And I need to say shit, I'm sorry, I have to cuss, because they have no power to do anything. And they think that this anonymity, hiding in the shadows, is their power. But if you can just block all their little crap coming into your house, that's their weakness, because they can't do anything. They're pseudo people doing pseudo actions, wanting to fully affect your life. And they have no authority to do so. No authority at all. So that's their weakness, is that they're anonymous. That they're anonymous doing it because they have no right to do it. They can't do anything to you. So that's why they're shooting you from afar and shooting you remotely and doing all this passive stuff. And they think it's a strength, so they can just keep doing it over these long periods. But I'm going to be kind of working on that, and I think it's actually their weakness overall. I'm also going to probably, I kind of want to drag them out into the light anyway, and I'm going to call some sheriff's department pretty soon and just kind of maybe show y'all. But I got to get more confidence, get my confidence up before I do that. But I just wanted to make a video and tell y'all about that homeopathic ring relief. That works wonders. Like, if you have the high-pitched sound in your ears from the EMF emitters, and that's all you're dealing with, it'll pretty much knock it out. You get that, and you get some Q-wave technology, I'll put it around your neck. But I had just been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it a lot, And it's like I'm sitting here, I'm painting aluminum on my walls, and I hear these guys on their, microwave hearing, and they're like, yeah, we just need to get him out of there. And they're all, it's a kangaroo court that's behind, in the shadows, in the dark. And this is their strength, their cowardice is their strength. But actually their cowardice is their weakness, because they can't do, and I want to say it again, they can't do shit to you. They can't do shit to you. They can't come to your door and say, hey, you're doing something wrong, get out of your house with the policeman. The policeman would have to be on your side. So that's why they do all these things so cowardly and in the shadows, because they have no power. They have no power, and because they're doing it anonymously, that's actually a weakness. That's actually a weakness. They treat it as a strength, but you can twist it back on them as a weakness. I assure you. And I'm going to be working on it and telling you my tactics for turning it around on them. Because if you can stop their little beams and you can stop them from hurting you passive-aggressively, they have nothing. They're doing pseudo actions that they have no authority for, that are so evil, and it's just like, it's the stupidest, most bizarre crap ever. And they act like their power is just to do it so that you don't even know them, and they're in the shadows and all that stuff. It's a weakness. It's a weakness. It can be turned into a weakness. And it can be a strength sometime. If they're hitting you passively and you can't stop the beams or you can't defend yourself, yeah, it can be a strength, because you can't go over to their house and call them out on it because they're just going to treat you like you're crazy. But if you can defend yourself and you can build up enough defense, they can't do anything real. Their actions are pseudo. They're like pseudo people. This man, he's ex-military. He has a pseudo authority. He's a pseudo person doing a pseudo thing all the time. Like, he's not a real person. That's why they sit on top of people like us, because we're real people. Like, I'm actually trying to do a course this week, so I can help sick kids better and raise more money, trying to work to raise money for sick kids. This guy is just like trying to kill everybody with radiation. He's trying to hit people with radiation and learn the effects and how great it is to have this technology to, subjugate just U.S. citizens that he doesn't even know. And that's pseudo. That's a pseudo person. Like, he's not a real person. He's in the shadows, and he likes his anonymity, and he thinks he's strong because nobody knows what he's doing. But it's actually a weakness, because he can't do anything. I can sit in this house for 100 years. He has no authority to kick me out. If I can just block his little stupid, EMF directed energy weapons, which I've painted a lot of my stuff aluminum. I told y'all I'm going balls to the wall on it. I might as well, because all I care about now, I care about like helping the sick kids that I'm working for. And I really care about helping you guys, because I just see y'all as like people who need the most help, because I know I do. I know we don't get help. We're kind of spat upon and then called crazy and then raped with radiation, and these really pseudo people act like they're victims, doing all this. But that's a very strong weakness, that they're doing it anonymously, because it shows that they're criminals. It shows that they know they're criminals because they're hiding. And it's like they can't really come to your house and do anything. Like, this guy can't come knock on my door and be like, hey, I want you out of the neighborhood. He just won't do it. He's a coward. He won't face me. He would never face me. He'll like, every time we even face to face, he'll be so polite and just act like nothing's going on. Because that's the type of human beings that they knew would get this technology and just do this kind of thing with it. It's the type of psychology where it's like, he even puts it out of his mind because he's doing it a certain way. So he just, he just kind of pushes it out like it's like he's not even doing it. It's like pseudo action, doing pseudo stuff. But you're like the people who are threatened. You're full blown threatened. You're full blown radiated. You're full blown. Your life gets hurt. And they're just they're pseudo human beings. To do this means that they have nothing in life, and they just want to hurt other human beings, and that's all they have, which is less than nothing. It's less than nothing. So just, you can know that you're way better than them just right off the bat, because if you want to hurt people with radiation, and you can hurt people on the side and you don't care, then you're a pseudo person. You're just not even much of a person anyway. I guess I'm kind of getting my bitterness out a little bit, but I just wanted to do a short video for you guys. That ring relief homeopathic stuff is great. It works great. The eardrops, and the pill form. You just like put it in your mouth, and it dissolves in your mouth, and it really, because what happens is that high pitched sound hits the little hairs like near your eardrum, and it just like creates like a kind of a ripple effect, or a cumulative effect in your ears and on the muscles and in your jaw and stuff. So if you get those pills, it really works. And keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that these guys' anonymity is a weakness. It's their weakness. They're weak. It's not a strength. They see it as a strength, that they're anonymous and they're hurting people anonymously, hurting strangers. They see that as a strength. But it's a weakness, I assure you. And like, I'm gonna find out. Like, I'll tell you tactics that I'm using. And I may get in trouble for this because he may just, do something else. He can hear, he sees me doing these videos and I get punished. But like, I'll kind of tell you my tactics so it could maybe work where you are. I know just the main thing you need to do, and it's so hard. It's so hard for me when you have people who are just like, yep, he's insane, we need to go ahead and kill him. Like, and they're just like freaking retards. Like, they're the most retarded people in the world who want to just kill people they don't know. You want to defend yourself because you're an American, you're intelligent, and you want to defend yourself, but you really can't. You can't say anything to them because they're just like, oh, okay, we're getting him to talk. We're getting him to talk. They're not on the same wavelength of like listening to logic or any kind of real action, any kind of courage or things that are actually real. They're pseudo people. They want to pseudo act and kind of, have a privilege of hurting people they don't know. They think it's a privilege because they're psychopaths. So it is a weakness that they're anonymous. And just keep that in mind, because it just shows right off the bat that they're cowards. They're cowards, and this is what they do for a living, I guess, now, is hurting people with radiation and whining about it and then following them all over the United States. Alright, well, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to give you a short message, and I can't believe I didn't talk about the homeopathic stuff, because that really works. I mean, get that. If you're getting the high pitched sounds, get the little pills. You just take like 3 in the morning, like 2 in the afternoon, and it'll keep it down. It'll keep that ringing sensation, those headaches down. I guess I'll do another video, and I'm painting like the whole house aluminum, so I mean it's out of hand, but it really works. Like, I mean, this guy. That's the reason I say it's a weakness, because last night I slept so good in my enclosure with all the aluminum around me. I slept so perfect. It was just a peaceful night of sleeping, and then I got up in the morning to go to class, and he spent all night pointing his directed energy weapons at me while I'm sleeping, and it's not getting through my stuff. So he's sitting there wasting all this time because it's this secret pseudo action that he doesn't even have any kind of, there's no results that he can look at. He can picture that it's putting me in pain and kind of say that it is, but it's not. So it's a pseudo action that's like, he's not even succeeding. These people are terrible. They're terrible. Like, this is really terrible. They destroy families. They hurt people that aren't even you. If people are just around you and get the get just the side hurt of it, or the collateral damage, and these people are no good. They're really no good. But I think that's what intimidates a lot of people, because you can't call them out on it. But we need to start making their anonymity a weakness, because they're not even, just if you can block all the stuff that hurts you, they're not there. They don't mean anything. They don't mean anything because they're just crazy losers who are trying to, from the shadows, irradiate innocent people. I mean, it's ridiculous. They think it's a privilege. They think that because they've got the line on this technology that they're powerful and they deserve to be able to kill people or, just hurt innocent people. It's not true. But just stay strong, keep with your faith, and just know that can be turned into a weakness. Their anonymity can be turned into a weakness if you just ignore them and they're not hurting you. But you do have to shield a lot, and just shield as much as you can, and don't make them aware of kind of what's going on. Don't let them know if you're hurting, or if they do hit you in a part where it kind of hurts, don't say anything about it. Just let them kind of move on. Because what they'll do, if they don't get a reaction, they'll just kind of move on. That anonymity is a weakness, and I'll be talking a lot more about that in some of my later videos. But alright guys, I love you. I know I've been doing some short videos because I've been pretty busy lately. But I'll be making some full-fledged videos and showing y'all some techniques, or showing y'all what I've done at my house at least. Alright guys, bye.